What's going on, guys, and welcome to Yota Expedition. Today we're going to be looking at our 3-piece Raptor light set for the 5th gen 4Runner. It's going to be a pretty easy install. Let's go ahead inside, show you the options, and show you how to get it installed. All right, guys, so before we get into the install, I'm just going to run through the different color options we have here with these Raptor lights. We have the amber lens with the amber light. We have the clear lens with the white light, and then we have 2 smoked lens options. One's going to have a white light and one's going to have an amber light. We have the harness that's going to be coming in the box, and then we have a baggie here that's going to have the appropriate screws for the install and a wire tap and the connection for that as well. So when it comes to installing these Raptor lights and you open up the harness, you're going to see that there is a fuse on there. We're not going to be needing that because we are going to be tapping the power into our running lights from our headlights. So when we turn our stock on and our running lights come on with our headlights, the Raptor lights are going to come on as well. So typically we had these wiring into the fuse box. We are not doing that anymore. This is going to be a little bit easier and a little bit safer. So let's go ahead and prep this wiring harness to get it installed. So taking a look at the harness, like I said, you can see it comes with a inline fuse. We're not going to be needing that. We're going to be tapping this into the running light wiring. That has its own fuse, so if anything happens, that fuse will pop. So this we don't need, so we're just going to take some side cutters here, and we're going to cut this off behind where it is spliced in. We don't need that. So now we have our power wire, and we have our ground wire here. Obviously, this is a little short, so we're going to open this up and get some more length out of this. So we have the casing of the wire peeled back. I probably have about a foot of wire there. And now I'm going to take the cutoffs and just trim that because we don't need that anymore. Now we have our ground that's going to be going to the bolt that's near the battery. And now we can splice this wire and put on this wire connection here. All right, so with that, the wiring harness is now ready to be installed into the 4Runner. If you have any shrink wrap, you could add some right here just to seal up that connection a little bit better. So now we need to install the wire tap onto the wiring for the running lights on our headlights. So we're gonna show you how to do that. So we're gonna pop the hood here on the 4Runner and show you what's going on. So obviously we have some aftermarket headlights here on the 4Runner. But what we're going to be doing is looking for the plug that goes into the side marker here. It's going to be pretty much the same on an OEM headlight. The only thing is with these aftermarket ones, the plug is not very accessible, so it's a little harder to show you what's going on. So it's going to be a brown plug on the side marker light. And then inside that brown plug, you're going to have a green wire. That's the wire that we're going to be tapping into. We already have a wire tap currently hooked up to ours, so I'm just going to show you how to do that on the bench with a random piece of wire. So we have that piece of wire that we cut off from the harness that we don't need, and we have our wire tap here. So we're going to, once you have your green wire located, you're going to place the wire in like this, fold this over and snap it into place. You might have to push on it to give it some pressure. Now to get the wire in there properly to make a nice connection, we're going to take a pair of pliers and you're going to squeeze this. This will also help it clip into place properly. And if the lights are working, you'll know you have a good connection there. Then when you go to install this, you'll take that spade connector that you put on and that'll plug right in. So we showed you the prep of the wiring harness, we showed you the wire tap and how to do that and where it needs to be located. And now we are ready to install the Raptor lights. So we are going to take off this top shroud cover here. There's going to be a bunch of push clips. These are really easy to take out, off. Just push the center in. There's a bunch of these all over this cover. Once you have the center pushed in on all of them, we can go ahead and just pop them out. If you were to just pick up this cover, they'd probably all go flying as they pop out. So if you can, just take them out individually. One more, and now this can come off. So with that off, now we have access to the back side of the grill so we can get the Raptor lights installed. We're going to be taking a Raptor light and we are going to be feeding it through the front. Feed the plug through first, Then we are going to feed the backing plate through, and then we can get the Raptor light in place. Bring the backing plate back up to the backside of the Raptor light, and then we are going to install 2 screws to hold it in place. So we got all 3 Raptor lights installed onto the grill. Now we can install our wiring harness. So this is going to be pretty easy. We just have 3 plugs, plug them right into the back of those Raptor lights. We have the wire that we put the connector on. We're going to be putting that into the wire tap into our running lights. And then we have a ground with our little hook on there. That's going to be going to the 10mm bolt that's right near the fuse box. Now we can just do some wire management, zip tie everything out of our way. Up here in the front, we can take this bundle, we can put that together, zip tie that together, and maybe throw some zip ties on just the wires that are coming across the front so you're not really seeing it through the front side of the grill. Before we throw the cover back on the top here, let's just make sure everything works properly. Raptor lights are working and looking really good, so now we can go ahead and put our top cover back on, button that up, and we're finished. All right guys, there you have it, the 3-piece Raptor light set for the 5th Gen 4Runner. Hopefully that video helps you when it comes to installing these and picking which color you want. If you don't like the 3-piece set, we also have a 4-piece set. We'll put the link in the description for that. The lights are a little bit smaller, so yeah, if you want to pick up a set of these, make sure to head over to YotaXpedition.com, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next one.